Welcome back to the Floral Essence Perennial Essence Bundle online class. So here is another one of your cards, and for this card you are going to need the stack of greens. So this is green's one of my favorite colors. Greens and oranges are my jam. So this is the stack. This is actually the one that is the shimmery white. So you may have to hold it up to the light to make sure you get the shimmery white. And then you're going to need your little Perennial Essence Floral Center, which is the little flower center. So you have one of these. And then you are going to need your ribbon. And this ribbon actually came from the Magnolia ribbon, and it's a dual ribbon. So if you have this ribbon, the other ribbon, here, let me show you what comes with it. I have a tiny bit of it left. I actually used up all of one of these spools in your kits. So I just opened another one. But this is the other one that comes in the Magnolia, which you could see you could also use it with this as well. So it's an olive green twine. It's a beautiful little thing. And in the holiday catalog, depending on when you're watching this, there is a kind of a sister version of this that you're going to love as well. It's a fall one, which would work with this suite. So that's the supplies you're going to need for this. Another super simple card. This one we are also going to need the leaf punch. And you're going to need your crushed curry and your old olive. I promise we're going to get to the blackberry. Thinking, you made me get the blackberry pad, and we haven't even used it. So for this, you're going to fold your old olive in half. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp on our vellum first, because it takes a minute to dry, depending if you've done one of the vellum cards yet. So when we're going to stamp on this, what we're going to do, this is a paper saving technique. We're going to stamp over here, and you're going to stamp kind of in, because we're going to use this whole piece and we want the whole piece to show, but we're going to use it so we can stamp. Let me see, I thought I had my stamps laying here. It's over here. So you need the little leaf for the leaf punch, and you want 4 of them. So just stamp them right up in here, and you're going to stamp these on the right side and kind of like down under. You remember when you punch, it punches right up snug to it. So you want 4. And then we'll lay that aside and give that a second to dry, because if you punch those right now, there's a chance they'd smear. So that's all of those that we need. And then you're going to take this piece here, and this is soft sea foam. No, it's not soft sea foam. This is, I don't know what color this is. It's not soft sea foam. It is mint macaroon. I was thinking it was mellow moss, but you know, it's because I've had too many Stampin' Up! Colors in my brain, and that was an old one. So you're going to take your leaf outline, and just one part of this is going to show. So you don't have to stamp the whole thing unless you're OCD and you're like, I can't give somebody a card where part of it's not stamped. But I'm okay with that because I've been stamping for a minute and it doesn't bother me. So about this much of the card's going to show. So just try to go some different directions with it. So you got about that much. That's all we need for the old olive. I don't have a greeting on this. Feel free to add whatever greeting you would like. And then I gave you extra of this so you could do this card twice. This is for your flower, and you need your crushed curry. And this is the flower that's in your kit or in your stamp set that's solid. Actually, you could probably get 3 of them on here. So with the solid stamps, I like to hold it just down a second longer. That way you make sure that all the ink's sunk in really well. And because there's no dies for this and there's not a punch for this one, just cut it out real quick. Leave a little bit of border. Don't cut right up against the edge, because if you do that and you hack into it, then it looks crooked. So as long as you leave a little bit of a border of the shimmery white, then it doesn't matter if it's crooked, because it just looks like that's how it's supposed to be. And it works better if you hold your scissors still and you move your paper. So if you're still cutting like you're in kindergarten, then start to cut like a grown-up and hold your scissors and move your paper. Because that's how grown-ups cut. Kindergartners move their scissors. There you go. So then you'll have this much left that you can do either a saying, or you can save it and stamp some other things, or you could add some of these punched. Okay, now you're going to slide this in here and pop these out. You don't want them all the way down close to the edge, because no paper, but especially vellum, punches well if it's next to the edge of the paper, because it catches the edge of the paper and the punches just don't punch. So because vellum is, it's not expensive, but anytime you can save paper, it's a great thing. So now we've got all of our pieces. So first you're going to take this piece here and put it on your card. So line this one up on here, and this one's cut 1/4 inch smaller. And then see this? You can put it frontwards or backwards. It's kind of up to you. So just your personal preference. So you can see the difference in the color. So there's back side. So for those of you, especially on the pink, if you watched that video already, you're going, she's crazy. There's not a front side and a back side. Here it's obvious because it's on the same color kind of cardstock. So I'm gonna go front side, but it's up to you, whichever color you like better. So with this, you can see adhesive through vellum. So this part of our card obviously is not going to show. So just line this up over here. And that will hold it over here, and then none of this has any adhesive. Now again, beautiful side that we're not using. Up to you if you prefer this side. I was going for green on green, which is highlights of yellow, which is what this has. So for this one, I'm going to put the adhesive here, I know, and just cover it up that beautiful paper. And again, this one does have a right direction, so make sure your flowers are going up. And this one's cut a little bit bigger than the others, so it's actually cut the size of the card. So layer that one so it goes the whole way. Now you've got your little bit of vellum with that showing through, and it's not attached, so it gives it a little bit of a, you know, old wedding card feel before people used to print them online on postcards. Not that I'm biased or anything, but you know, once upon a time when you opened a wedding card, there were lots of pretty pieces. Not so much all the time anymore. Not that I don't love Vistaprint, but if you're getting married, spend the money on your wedding invitations. So this is, it just reminds me, and you know, back in the day when you had something special and there were lots of pieces to it. So we've got a couple of different pieces. So this, I've doubled over my dimensional. So I have lots of space here to work with. I'm going to turn it this way so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So put your flower on here. And then you've got enough ribbon that you can get 2, maybe even 3, depending on how long you want them. Because I thought mine were kind of a little long on my card, but it's because I used, on my sample, I used all of what I gave you. So you don't have to use them all. So put some adhesive there. Stick this together. And then take a glue dot. Or if you have snail, you can probably get your snail to hold it. And add that. And then smush that down in there. And then your other one, which again, you probably have enough for 3 because mine are a little bit long on my first sample. But I make a card and then I cut the supplies for your class, and then I make it again with the exact supplies that I gave you. So just fold it over like that. That time I just did it with the glue dot all the way. And so because I did it with the exact measurements, because I like to give you a yard. It just makes it easier, or 12 inches of something in the supply kits. So there we've got both of those. Now go back over here to your leaves and just pick those up. If I had my take my pick tool, I would be using it, but because this is a beginner class, some of you might not have it, so you can use your any scissors to do this. So just add a glue dot there, and you have 4 of these to work with, so kind of just place them wherever you want them to be. I do want to make sure that at least one of them, if not 2, go over the top of my ribbon because you can kind of see them better. That glue dot stuck to my other leaf. So get those stuck in there. And for now I'm just doing the tips. Glue dots probably are the easiest adhesive that we have as far as needing placement of items, because they make it super easy to put things where you want them to be, and they hold strong. So for right now I've got the 1 glue dot holding them, and then this one I'm going to have it go over here, which I didn't on my original card, and after I was done I thought, oh, I probably should have brought one, but it was kind of where my ribbon was. Now they're where I want them, so I'm going to go back, and I do want them to have some lift to them, so only stick 1 more glue dot, and see that one's still raised up. And then this one I'm going to get a 2 for 1. So stick those, and those will hold those to the card. So I got that, and then our final step is just to take your little flower center, and these are nice because they already have a dimensional on the back of them. Just pull that off. You got to be careful because if you pull too hard, it will pull the whole thing off. And then just add that to your center. And there's your finished card. Super easy. Nothing special needed for it. That's all you need. So there you go. Have a great day. Bye.